7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, giving out free picks. Our best bets are in the premium area. Yesterday, someone left a comment in the YouTube that said, all these guys with their super locks, they're just trying to get you to buy their premium picks. They said that, Brian, they said that you gave out a pick yesterday on the show that you called a super lock.
I never said that.
No, you said super lock is what they said. The Mariners Yankees under, you said, was a super lock, according to this guy in the comments.
Huh.
I said, I've been doing this show forever. I've never heard the term super lock, and anytime I've ever said said lock, it's been pretty much in a joking manner. And I think even when I've said that, I think every time I've said it, it has won, right? The times I've said lock, it has won. So
I wouldn't say that because it's bad luck for me.
No, it's horrible luck. I never say it. I never say it. Thank me later, lock. These type words. These are the amateur hour words. Wednesday, these are the amateur hour words. So it's like, thank me later. To me, that's the worst. Lock, thank me later. But then this guy says that, and I'm just like, in what world did we ever say these are anything but free picks? I mean, what planet?
Yesterday, my free picks were 1,000 times better than my premium picks. So
my premium picks were just absolutely terrible. The only thing I hit was that betting against that public dog that I said on the show.
That we don't agree on.
That we didn't agree on, but it certainly was.
You had the definite right side, but I don't agree that it was a public dog.
It was an extreme.
I talked to Romanelli about it. He agreed with me. He said I was right.
He knows nothing. He's foolish and lacks vision. He's young, and he's a young up-and-comer and has a few lessons to learn.
But then on the other side, you saw the Baltimore Orioles, which I believe were also a public dog, and they came in with ease. So, the both sides of the coin.
Well, there are two sides to a coin. There are two sides.
Everybody likes the Orioles now, which I hate because I was the original member of the Baltimore Orioles fan club. So.
Anyways.
I got to find a new crappy team to like.
There's going to be plenty of them after today. That's for sure, as you see teams unloading. Chris, what's your big surprise of the trade deadline so far? What do you think's, a trade, it could be a trade that hasn't happened,
I think for me so far, just this maybe the obvious one after yesterday, but Josh Hader being moved. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see San Diego be the ones to go after him, but I think the Brewers got a pretty decent haul in return. Obviously, you don't want to change or trade one of the best closers in the last few years for nothing. Like I said, it was a move that I wasn't expecting, but I think the other thing was just how much. I mean, I know we've talked about it, but how much the Mariners gave away for Luis Castillo. That was a shocker. But I guess if someone's willing to pay the price.
I thought the trade for Castillo to me was the biggest shocker so far, as to what they got for him. That was craziness, lunacy. I mean, Williams is coming on for the Brewers. I mean, this guy he's
been lights out.
He's lights out. So it's kind of like when so the Yankees had a reliever named John Westland. Do you remember him?
How far back is that?
Maybe 88 or 98. I mean 98.
Okay.
Like those great Yankee teams, the great ones, the one that won the first World Series.
Okay.
You know who he is? John Westland.
The name is familiar, but
so he was an all-star closer that the Yankees had. He was an all-star closer, and they got rid of him. You know who the setup man was?
Mariano
Rivera.
I don't think it was. I think it was it Wetland?
Wetland, right? Wetland, right?
Wetland. You said Westland.
Well, yeah, something like I knew it was. See, that's how irrelevant it is in the grand scheme of things.
Up, right?
I know, but that's how irrelevant it is in the grand scheme of things,
Because in my mind, I'm thinking, who the hell's Westland? Why don't I remember that?
Wetland was not the setup man for Rivera. Rivera was the setup man for Wetland. Wetland was the closer. Rivera was the setup man. Anyone else have no volume? I'm gonna guess everybody can hear me because they're correcting me. Anyways, Brian
Was he part of the Nasty Boys before he went to the Yankees?
Norm Charlton,
Norm Charlton and Dibble.
Dibble, and then there was three, right? There's three. The Nasty Boys: Charlton, Dibble,
Norm Charlton,
and who was the third? It was Randy Myers.
Yeah.
Randy
New York Met, Randy Myers.
Randy Myers.
All right.
Anyways, yeah. Lot going on. Better Call Saul. 2 episodes left. Is that where we're at? 2 episodes left.
Yep. Yeah, it's getting interesting.
It is getting interesting. It's kind of it's all they're gonna tie it all together. You can see it is tying together. It looked like it wasn't going to, and then all of a sudden it starts to tie together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a good one. They're all good ones. They're all good ones. They're all good ones. Some are better than others. What's the best one so far? What do you think? This season's had, some of the most epic episodes in the history of television of any series, right? The Nacho episode, right? You had the Nacho episode, and then you had the one where the one right before the break, right?
Yeah.
Where they shoot him right in the back of the head.
I liked them both, but I'd probably have to go with the Nacho episode.
The Nacho episode.
If I had to pick one.
The Nacho episode, or I would say the Nacho episode had you on the edge of your seat the whole way. And then the other one, though, no one called that finish, That's one of the, no one called the Nacho finish either, right? And that's tough. Kim's not dead.
Yeah, we better not give away. And there might be people that didn't get to see it yesterday.
Well, they're talking about it in the comments. We have a Better Call Saul audience. Better Call Ruffalo. Everyone knows what we're talking about except Ruffalo. It's almost
we need
like
a hotline where you could call Ruffalo up and ask him for something. His opinion.
You had my attention at Nacho episode.
Nacho is awesome. He's one of the. I think, isn't he up for Best Supporting Actor? He might be up for it.
No, he deserves to be. No.
It's awesome. That's probably gonna. Don't they give out like Emmys for like best episode? It's like that's got to be up there. Wow. Whoa. Mark's reviews. We got all caps. Talk baseball. WTF. We kill what we do is what we do is we kill a couple minutes at the beginning. We give people a chance to join us. That's basically what we do. So we talk about, the trade deadline or whatever. We could talk about baseball.
Oh.
The isotopes. The episode when Kim left was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's not a spoiler. That was more than 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. It was the first one after the break. Yeah, maybe they get back together at the end, like in the Cinnabon.
Yeah, but the one from last night, that was years later, so.
Because they said last night I talked to her, right? That was the secretary. Oh, so much. Ruffalo's like, no interest. Anyway, speaking about no interest, let's get to today's Major League Baseball card.
I'm just trying to follow it.
Let's get to today's card. Who knows who's pitching? Who knows who's playing? We got afternoon baseball, day-night double header. That means 2 admission prices, 1 game. At least they're 9-inning games. Yu Darvish up against Ryan Feltner for the Rockies. We've got Braxton Garrett and Graham Kiss My Ashcraft going for the Reds. And Corey Abbott facing off against some guy named Jacob deGrom, who really, this Mets rotation, right? If DeGrom comes back and he's 100% tonight, right? After Scherzer, you got Scherzer, DeGrom, Walker, Bassett's facing off against. This is how it shapes up when you have a rotation this deep. Tomorrow, Bassett, instead of facing off against, the top of the rotation, he's up against Anibal Sanchez tomorrow. And this is the way it's going to be. It's going to be like, when they face off against the Braves, it's going to be like Ian Anderson against Bassett or Scherzer, It's like they're in deep, deep doo-doo, the Braves. They got to go out and do something now. They're in trouble. Brian Cranston and Aaron Paul were at the Isotopes game on Saturday night. Thomas Maddox says that he was in the strip club scene last night. Brian's like, I could have been in that scene too. Brian prefers the term gentleman's club.
Gentleman's club.
He prefers
gentlemen's
club.
Go there.
He prefers gentleman's club over strip club. Anyways, we go to these games, Chris. Padres, Rockies, Marlins, Reds, Kiss My Ashcraft. And we've got Corey Abbott up against Jacob deGrom in Washington. Abbott certainly will be looking for Costello and any other help he can get out there, but he's not going to be expected to go deep into this game, right? Against deGrom.
No, I can't expect that he will be. And I'm trying to see if there's any info on a pitch count for deGrom. I wonder if they're going to sort of keep him at a minimum. But either way, I think even if you take the Mets on the run line here, you're still paying a crazy price for a pitcher still making his debut. I looked at a lot. His minor league numbers haven't been spectacular. I mean, this is still Jacob deGrom we're talking about against the Nationals, so the Mets on the run line probably the play there. But I think my better play is the over 7 between the Mets and the Reds and Marlins. Excuse me. I don't know how this line drops from 8 to 7. Braxton Garrett was just roughed up for 5 runs by the Reds in his last start, and Graham Ashcraft, the luster's worn off from him after his hot start to the season. Yeah, this is a guy that could still hit 100 on the radar gun, but again, just a total of 7 between the Reds and Marlins, kind of a head scratcher for me. So I'll go with the over in that one with a lean towards the Reds as well, just based on the Marlins' current form on the run line at home at Lone Depot Park.
Telling those unders to go kiss your Ashcraft. Brian,
Pretty
what do you
much.
think?
Well, I'll probably take the most public play I've seen in a long time now. I'll take the New York Mets minus 2.5. But just with the Nationals on basically a bullpen game, and they have one of the worst bullpens in baseball.
Well, it could get worse today. It could get worse. They could trade some people.
I don't see any reason why the Mets don't win this game 6-1. So I'll take the Mets in late 2.5 here, but I'm not going to bet my house on it. And Reds Marlins, I'm going to take the chance here with the Miami Marlins because to me it looks like they don't really want you on the Marlins today. Garrett did get roughed up his last start, but 4 of his last 5 have been strong starts. So and the 4 straight losses for the Marlins. Ashcraft, a good pitcher, but I like Garrett a little bit better. I'll take the Marlins at home.
The Marlins general manager came out and she said that everyone except for Sandy Alcantara is available, which is interesting because the Marlins have that pitching staff. So I think teams will come knocking. I don't think it's going to be cheap, but they said everyone is available except for Alcantara on the entire lineup, entire roster. If you had your choice, Chris, of any of the other pitchers on the Marlins or any of the other players, who would you take?
Oh, man. If he's healthy, Jazz Chisholm. But right now, at current standing at trade deadline, I'd either take Garrett Cooper or Pablo Lopez.
So you wouldn't go for like one of those other pitchers or anything, Meyer or something?
I try to pry 6 to a Sanchez from him, honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to ask you because I figured you were going with 6, though.
Yeah. I think I'd stick with Pablo Lopez just because Max Meyer is a prize prospect, obviously, but he's still going to be out for a year. You may be able, if you can wait a year, yeah, then I would go for him. But if I'm GM of the Blue Jays, I can't afford to wait. So probably go for Pablo Lopez or something like that.
Anyways, I like the Reds in this one. I can't stand the way the Marlins are playing, to be honest with you. They can kiss my Ashcraft. And, I mean, the thing is, they're right in it. They are right in it, you know? They are right there. I hope Jacob deGrom looks good today, just for the sake of baseball. The thing, we know the problem with deGrom, right, is that he'll go 6 strong, and then the bullpen, you know, implodes on him. The Mets still haven't got past that. It's not like the elephant still isn't in the room on that.
Sometimes Mets struggle to put up runs when he starts, but
Will Juan Soto, Juan Soto, you know, could be a member of the Padres by the time this game goes. They're definitely mentioned in the mix. Anyways, we go to our next set of games here, and we've got the Yankees and the Mariners. We've got the Pirates and the Brewers, and the Rays and the Blue Jays. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the extended line -2.5 on the Brewers here. You know, Bryce Wilson, just for me, not a major league pitcher. I know he's had some, you know, decent outings since getting back into the rotation. It doesn't change the fact that he still has an ERA up over 6 at home this season. And Corbin Burns is, you know, obviously the reigning Cy Young champion in the National League, and pitching far better on the road this season. His last 5 starts against Pittsburgh, 4-0, a 1.73 ERA, and the Brewers have outscored Pittsburgh 48-11 in those 5 games. So give me the Brewers extended run line here -2.5.
Brewers 0 and 100 on the run line following the loss? Something like that.
Are you making fun of my guy Bryce Wilson? He's in.
No, I'm saying that the Brewers are like
I'm teasing.
I'm going the opposite. I'm saying that the Brewers are like, you know, terrible on the run line following a loss. They're like one of the worst. They're the worst, actually. 0 and 6 on the run line following a loss. Pirates are getting plus money on the run line in this thing.
Yeah. Well, for me in this time slot, I agree with Mitch. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates +1.5. Bryce Wilson he's not in my starting rotation. I was just joking, but he has looked a little bit better recently, and it's not a lock, but I like the Seattle Mariners here with Logan Gilbert on the mound, 2.78 ERA and a WHIP close to 1. I think if the Mariners are going to take a game, I think they take this one. Tyone has been hittable, so I like Seattle today.
Yeah, I like Seattle, but they've really struggled against the Yankees recently in New York, so certainly a little bit of a problem there. Jake Odorizzi is now on the Braves. I don't think that really deepens the rotation to where they need it to be, given those scenarios that I just gave with a series with the Mets. Will Smith getting jiggy with it in Houston. We saw Smith get absolutely beaten up in recent innings. Those late inning collapses by the Braves recently have all been Will Smith. So not surprising he gets shipped here. Jake Odorizzi, I think he's in a contract year. The Astros don't see him as part of the solution. The Astros go out. Does this mean the Astros go out and make a move for starting pitcher, or they have someone in the I don't know. Could it be some guy named Shohei Ohtani? Certainly could be.
Angels said they weren't trading.
Yeah, they said that he was untouchable, or they pulled him off.
That's what you say about yourself, Chris, but somehow you find yourself touchable more often.
You know, they always say never say never. So.
Yeah, I don't trust Corbin Burns as far as I can throw him. I'm taking the Pirates plus the 1.5 here. Chris, what are you selling today?
Well, for me today, I got my $15 pickoff play. I'm going to try to bounce back today. Had a not so great start to the month, but shake it off, dust ourselves off, and get back to it. Also got a couple more plays right now for long-term members. Might turn it into a 3-pack, but for right now, just the $15 play. Pick Dogs Premium. Or use that code OG15 for 15% off.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to try to bounce back from yesterday's disaster. Seems like my free picks have been better than my premium picks, but I think I made the right selections today. My best bet's $15 titanium, or you can get my revenge 3-pack that includes the titanium play for just $50 at pickdogs.com.
I got my $15 big play, but I'm going to have other picks as well. I just haven't had any time this morning to do it. But I will. And anyways. Got the use that 15% off. OG15. A lot of people taking advantage of it. You should, because you get 15% off. Whether you spend $1, you get 15 cents off, or if you spend $100, you get $15 off. If you spend $1,000, you get $150 off. $2,000, $300 off. Chris, what if they get $45? How much do they get off?
$675.
A $1,500 package is $250 in savings.
Yeah, there's a lot to be saved. How about $39.95? What do they say?
Nope.
$6.
$6. On my $15 big play, it comes out to $12.75. Yeah, I hate the Blue Jays also. I'm with you guys. Anyways, Guardians, Diamondbacks, Braves, Phillies, Twins, Tigers. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I really like the under 7.5 between the Diamondbacks and Guardians. Tristan McKenzie was roughed up in his last start, but prior to that, he had allowed just one earned run over the previous 4 starts. And Zach Gallen's still one of the top 2 arms, I think, for the Diamondbacks in that rotation. I think this is going to be a battle of ace-level pitchers. Going to be a bit of a pitcher's duel here. I could see it being 3-2, whichever way you have it going. So I like the under 7.5 there. And I also like the Braves on the run line here. When you hear the words bullpen game, the only other team that scares me besides the Toronto Blue Jays are the Philadelphia Phillies. And I think this is a spot where the Braves turn things around. I think Spencer Strider has a competent outing, and the Braves get the win on the run line.
Brian?
Yeah, I agree with Chris, at least in the Arizona Diamondbacks, Cleveland Guardians. I think we got an under on our hands. Zach Gallen's had a couple bad starts, but overall he's been fantastic. And McKenzie seems to be I think he's getting stronger as the year goes on. His whip is under 1, 0.98. I think we have a 3-2, 2-1 type of score here. I'll take the under 7.5. Oh, and then the Phillies and the Braves. Nobody gives the Phillies a chance today, and they do have a bullpen game. But their bullpen, I believe it's around the middle of the pack, around 15 or so as far as team ERA goes. Nobody expects them to win, but I'm going to take them plus 1.5. I think if their bats are hot enough to keep it close.
All right. I like the Braves, and I like also in that slot the Diamondbacks plus the 1.5. All right. I guess we just continue to move on here. We've got I also kind of like the Twins there. I think that Chris Archer and Manning, I don't think either of those guys go too deep into this game. Anyways, Cardinals, Cubs. We've got the Rangers and the Orioles and the White Sox and the Royals. A lot of teams involved in a lot of trades in this block. This is kind of like the trader stand. So any chance Keegan Thompson pitches a complete game for the Cubs because they've traded away their entire bullpen? It's like, I mean, what are you going to do? It's like he calls for the lefty. It's like the bullpen coach does this. Does I don't know.
He calls for the lefty and just tells Thompson to flip his glove around.
They have a minor league system, the Cubs do, so I'm not too worried about that. I like the Cubs today.
I'm sure you do.
Thompson's on the mound underhanding with his left hand.
His toes. It's like I just don't understand he can trade away the whole bullpen. It's like how much for the whole bullpen? It's like we'll trade away. How about the whole bullpen for this one? I don't.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure it is. Brian 16-57 in Cubs games.
I wish I had my true record. I don't think it's 16-57.
I think it's
16-54.
Definitely a losing record.
14. It's like my friend Michael Gibbons that I went to college with. His record in bar fights, like 2-37. It's like
I kind of like this slot that we're in here.
Go ahead, Brian. Why don't you take over this slot?
All right. I'm going to take the Chicago Cubs, but I'm going to take them plus 1.5. I think the Cardinals win it, but Wainwright doesn't get a ton of run support, and Keegan Thompson should
because
be
he normally pitches against the number one starter for the other team.
Oh.
That's why he doesn't.
Well, Keegan Thompson's the number one guy for the Cubbies, isn't he? I think this is a one-run game. So. I'll take the Cubs plus 1.5. Orioles Rangers. I had the Orioles plus 1.5 yesterday, and I was kind of scared because of all the love for the Orioles. Today, I'm going to take the Texas Rangers, Spencer Howard. He finally looked okay in a major league start. He had good minor league numbers this year. I just think there's too many Baltimore Orioles humpers now, so I'll take Texas. And KC Royals against the White Sox. Man, the White Sox, man. I don't know if they're ever going to put it together. I'll take the Royals plus 1.5. I think Giolito can shut down KC, but I think it's a one-run game.
Yeah, I'm liking a couple of the totals here. I like the under 8.5 between the Cubs and Cardinals. Adam Wainwright, a 2.01 ERA at home this season, and obviously we know the Cubs, one of the more lackluster offenses in Major League Baseball, and I think it's just going to be a low-scoring game. I expect Keegan Thompson to do everything he can to keep the Cubs in this game, but I still don't see it getting up over into 9 runs. So give me the under 8.5 there, and I'm going to take the over 8.5 between the Royals and White Sox. Lucas Giolito, the ERA up over 6 at home this season. And I was leaning towards the Royals if Brady Singer was starting, but now I see it shifted to Brad Keller. And I think the White Sox, if they're going to turn around, they can get some runs off of Keller here and get that game into double digits. So give me the over in that one.
I like the White Sox today. I don't know. Lance Lynn's pitching tomorrow, so it's like they got to win today.
If they get swept, are they going to fire La Russa?
Hopefully. I think if the Cubs beat the Cardinals, it'll be one of the bigger upsets of the season. I think the way that Adam Wainwright pitched last time out in Toronto without Arenado and Goldschmidt carrying this team on his back to show that he's ready to set it down for a postseason. See the Adam Wainwright that we saw that closed out last season, carrying this team basically on his back, unbeatable. And I don't know if it's time to believe in the Orioles, I guess, because they traded away Mancini, which we talked about last week, which I thought was surprising. A surprising move, but
I think it's because he's 30 years old and they're more of a team of the future. Not that they can't win now, but I could understand that.
See, Brian, even when he's not on the Orioles, he can't help but hump up on the Orioles.
I like the Orioles. I just wish people get off my team.
Get off my Orioles. Brian's on the Nationals now. He's on the Nationals and the Cubs. He's moved. He's moved on.
While I was giving out my place, the Orioles message, Brian, it said we're revoking your fan club membership for hopping on.
It's like it's on Orioles.com. Bitler's card has been revoked. He's a card-carrying member of the Baltimore Orioles. It's like Pirates seen possibly following suit. I don't know. The White Sox, to me, it's like the fact that they're still only 3 games out is amazing. how miserable they've been. And, they did like the probability of any of the American League Central teams making the playoffs, and the White Sox are still favored to do it, which is amazing to me. They did acquire bullpen help, which is good, but they need more. They need more. Maybe they get Ohtani.
Yeah.
They have them. They have them. They have the money.
Ohtani's not going anywhere.
They have the money. Third largest TV market. They certainly have the money.
Right, yeah, but they're the second. They're the sister to the Cubs.
I don't know.
Stepsister.
Believe me, they got a ton of money. Ton of money. All right. We move on. We've got the Astros and the Red Sox, the Angels and the A's, the Giants and the Dodgers, and Game 2 of the Padres versus the Rockies. Jose Urena moved to the nightcap. 2 admission prices there for in San Diego. Sorry, sir. You'll need to take that hot dog to go. Get out of here.
How dare they?
I can't imagine like someone staying for 2 games in San Diego. I just don't think it's that type of place.
I've never been to Petco Park, so I couldn't tell you if it is. But I'm gonna for this slot. I'm gonna go with the Oakland A's. Kind of tread lightly here because Noah Syndergaard could be moved by.
Yeah, it likely doesn't play.
Yeah, but I still like Cole Irvin in this spot. The Oakland A's.
Seeing that he's still on the team, if
yeah,
this one goes. I mean,
this is true, but I think that's that's the approach that you have to take with quite a few games today. But yeah, if Cole Irvin,
but a lot of these guys aren't slated to start, like Syndergaard, who likely does get moved here.
Yeah.
What's his contract, Syndergaard?
It ends. It's a 1-year deal. There's about $7 million left this season.
Yeah. But the A's for me still play better on the road, and I think Cole Irvin, one of their better, if not their best remaining option. So I think the A's, if they're going to take another one from the Angels, it's going to be this one. So give me Cole Irvin there, and the A's, and I'm going to lean towards the Dodgers. The Giants have started to turn on me a little bit here. I'm not as much of an Alex Wood fan. I don't love I don't get the hype on Tyler Anderson, but the numbers are what they are, and I think he can get the Dodgers a win here at a decent price. So give me the Dodgers in that one.
For me, maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, but I'm going to take the San Francisco Giants again today. I think Alex Wood generally keeps the Giants in the game. And Anderson, if there's a pitcher due for some progression here, I mean, his numbers are phenomenal. But I think the Giants at home, they get some revenge from last night. And I'll take the Houston Astros and lay the run line. I think yesterday was just an abnormality, losing a game like that to the Red Sox. I think the Astros bounce back, take them on the run line.
All right. I didn't like the way the Astros left guys in scoring position and never really did much after that in that game. I didn't like it at all, to be honest with you. I had the Astros, obviously. I don't know. You guys conveniently avoided both Padres-Rockies games, so I feel obligated to talk about them.
They didn't really tantalize me. So.
Chris, let's take a look at the menu of the snack bars at Petco while we're here. I mean, we got to talk about something here. Petco snack bar items.
I would love to visit San Diego. That'd be awesome. I don't know if I'd want to attend 2 Rockies-Padres games, though.
I heard it's a really nice park and that they have good food options. But
well, we're going to find out what they are.
Absolutely.
Petco Concessions 2022. New concessions. Of course, the Negahama Sushi, Sambozan Acai Bowls, Jack in the Box. Oh, Chris. Holy Polenta.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And then you got San Diego's finest hot chicken and
Okay.
Cucina Stella,
Okay.
Neapolitan style pizza, and garlic knots. It's like, oh, you going? The Padres are playing the Dodgers. Actually, I'm just going for the knots. You got the Friar Frank, $7.50 for the Friar Frank this year. The chicken tenders, 13 clams. They'll get you for that. The Little Slugger kids meal. Ruffalo could probably eat about 6 of those. $8.50.
Little slugger.
Ruffalo's like, I'll have 6 little sluggers and a kegerator to seat number 17. They should have that.
So
like-
where are your kids? They're at the seats.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm guilty as charged. When I order Chinese food to go, they give me like 20 paper plates and like tons of knife and forks. It's like, it's for 2 people. They give you like it's like a whole bag of like a picnic to go. It's like I ordered for 2 people. Ice cream in the helmet, $9. Of course, I got my. I'm familiar, right? I'm a little familiar with ice cream in the helmet.
That's the way to go because you don't want a cone. 'Cause
Oh,
the cone melts all over.
Let me
your
tell you.
hands.
Let me tell you the way to go. So you see these right here. It doesn't end. You want to talk ice cream in the helmet?
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell me about ice cream in the helmet.
Well, they don't have a chocolate chip cookie though at a baseball park. There's
No,
usually
it's soft
vanilla
serve.
on-
This is all soft serve, Brian. It's all soft serve.
Holy crap.
It's all soft serve. Everyone knows it. I specialize. My specialty is what I don't eat fast enough. I make ice cream soup out of. It's okay. It's okay. All right.
You do realize in about 5 minutes we're gonna hear a do all the helmets fall off the desk.
No, they're not.
Crap.
I do need some updates though. Like I've got the old Marlins, right? Now it's the Miami Marlins. I need an update on the Marlins. Brewer. I've had different brewers. What's that?
I'll send you a Blue Jays one.
I'm pretty sure I have one.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah. I've got the full Monty. These are just the ones I've saved. I have one of every team. These are just the ones I've saved. I've had, many duplicates. I've had about 400 Cubs and White Sox.
It's just the soft serve connoisseur among us.
Hey, I got every team. This took a lot of work. Look at. I also need the Guardians. Look at this one. This took a lot of work, Chris.
I'm not downplaying the amount of work.
I think the
it took.
Pirates also have a yellow one with a black rim, but I wasn't able to get it. Yeah, this is my Blue Jays. I definitely need an update.
Oh yeah.
Brian's jealous of all the helmets.
Yep.
He's
I
like,
don't have any helmets.
yeah. I'll tell you what. I could even tell you which ones had chocolate sauce, because I've
Because there's still leftover chocolate.
some of them have a smudge on the bill. Yeah. Helmet Sundays are universal. Like the size is universal at every stadium.
I've never done this. I don't know if anyone else ever done this at a game. Does sushi hold up well at a baseball game?
Oh, I don't know. But I'll tell you what does hold up well is ice cream. Because you just make ice cream soup. I'm telling you, with whatever's left
Hey, you're
over.
making me hungry for a chocolate sundae.
Get a Frosty. Who in the hell knows what it
Brian's
is?
gonna get.
I like a Frosty. It's like, who in the hell knows what it is?
Well, I'm going for my oil change right after this, and they have a Friendly's ice cream place right next to the oil change place. So I might get a big Big Sunday.
Brian comes back. He's like, I got a tummy ache.
Yeah, some of these teams will change, you know? They will change. All right. Well, anyways, now that we're off the ice cream subject. Anyways. Parlay time, Chris. What do you got?
Let's see. I'll load up all the fixins on this parlay. I'm gonna go with the over 7 with the between the Marlins and Reds. Over 8.5 of Royals White Sox and under 8.5 Cubs Cardinals.
Right.
I'm gonna go with the Royals plus 1.5, the Pirates plus 1.5, and the Seattle Mariners on the money line.
I'm going to go Pirates plus 1.5 with the over in the Mets Nationals game and the over in the Padres Rockies game 2. Reese Kneer on the mound. K is silent. Near.
Fun.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, we got Grand Ole Barbecue, Negahama Sushi, Cucina Stella, San Bazan, Mr. Softy. That's where we would be. Ice cream, soft serve ice cream in a helmet or a float. You can get. Jack and Craft, beer and desserts. Freshly made caramel corn. You got The Porch, Beers by Pacifico, Craft Beers of San Diego, Randy Jones Barbecue. Then you got the Rum Bar, Cutwater, Bumblebee Seafood Cart, Tuna Melts. Oh, that's got to be a long line. You ever try and get tuna to melt? That takes forever. It's like I sat there for freaking hours. It's like I cannot do this. It's like, man, it does not melt. It doesn't melt. It's like the bread burns. And then the smoke detector goes off. Cheese, how about this one? Gaglione Brothers. This is where Rufo is going to be. Cheesesteaks and garlic fries.
You know when you have like in Scooby-Doo when they run away and there's still the puff of dust that's still there in like the silhouette? That's going to be me running towards the cheesesteak and garlic fries.
Listen to this. Guess what's right next to it?
Oh.
The Beer Bat Steins. A beer and a souvenir, 24 inches tall, 26 ounces of San Diego's finest beer. Beer me. Hodad's hamburgers from San Diego Institution, vegetarian friendly. Seaside Market. Barbecue tri-tip hot health options. Flatbread salads, fresh fruit. Barbecue and tri-tip. Baked gourmet cookies and ice cream sandwiches, the Cravery. Wow, they got a lot of food at this place. Blue Water, fish tacos, sandwiches. Carnitas Snack Shack, best carnitas in San Diego. Puesta Mexican, grab the braised short rib taco. Margarito, Birra guacamole, al pastor burrito. Wow, Rufalo's going to have to do, instead of like the around, like some people want to go to every Major League Baseball park.
I need to go to every restaurant in Petco.
Let's go to every concession stand in San Diego. It's like, we'll send him out there for a month and see if he can do it. Man, we're not even to like, I mean, there's 4 other sections here. You know, there's 4 other sections here. We haven't even got to the Dippin' Dots. I don't do the Dippin' Dots. How about you guys? Do Dippin' Dots?
I do them.
I don't like Dippin' Dots.
I don't do the Dippin' Dots.
We had a bootleg Dippin' Dots up here called Mini Melt.
Mini Melt. There's Zenbu Sushi Bar. There's competition there in San Diego. Then there's Brigantine Seafood and Oyster Bar. Fresh fish at the ballpark, only in San Diego. $3.94. Finer ballpark food and drink, no view of the field. Ugh. Budweiser Ballpark Eats. This sounds the worst. Hot dogs, veggie dogs. That doesn't sound good. Pretzels, nachos, and coffee. The Budweiser patio. Original king of beer will not die without a fight. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Have yourself a Helmet Sunday. Tomorrow's actually day game, so tomorrow's a great day for a Helmet Sunday. Tell us, everyone, send in pictures of, or do a Twitter or something with your eating the Helmet Sunday at the ballpark. Put some extra chocolate sauce on there for us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you.